Feeling a little anxious and having anxiety are two completely different things. Everyone gets a little anxious from time to time, and it's normal to get worried about certain situations that you feel uneasy about. Living with anxiety, on the other hand, is a serious mental health condition that can be crippling to both your mood and mental state. Anxiety doesn't seem to pick and choose who it affects, although there are many things that you can do to reduce your chances of experiencing the worst of its symptoms. Lifestyle is one of the biggest factors affecting how serious a person experiences bouts of anxiety. Lifestyle can include everything from where you live, the people you decide to surround yourself with, and the things that you put into your body. In today's Top 10 list, it's going to be focusing on the latter. A lot of people tend to focus on the foods that can reduce feeling of anxiety, such as herbal teas, dark chocolate, and Brazil nuts. But did you know that there are also foods that can actually trigger your anxiety? Not many people are aware of these foods, and that's exactly why today we're going to be diving right into the ones that can leave you in a panic. Number 1. Coffee. The deep, rich smell of coffee is enough to calm anybody's nerves, but ground those beans up, add some boiling water, and you've got yourself a steaming hot cup of anxiety-inducing caffeine. The common stimulant is found by the bucket load in our favorite hot drink. Caffeine is great for waking you up, making you feel alert, and does an awesome job of getting you into gear in the morning. The caffeine found in coffee is also responsible for the drink's ability to boost your metabolism, improve blood circulation, and detoxify the body. Coffee is great when consumed by the right people in sensible quantities, but if you suffer from anxiety or often have panic attacks, then the positive effects of caffeine can quickly be outweighed by the negatives. Caffeine can make you feel nervous, jittery, and quickly bring on anxious thoughts. If you drink too much, you can also experience a coffee high, which will make you feel seriously panicked and unwell. If you suffer from anxiety and aren't too keen on giving up the flat whites, try decaf coffee as a less heart-pumping alternative. 2. Refined sugar. Sugar is great for making sweet items taste good, but that's pretty much where its benefits stop. Tiny little sugar crystals can have a big effect on your body, eating away at your teeth, making you less sensitive to insulin, and leading towards unwanted weight gain. Sugar is also thought to contribute to increased levels of anxiety. The anxiety-inducing effects that sugar has on the body is not immediate in the way that coffee is, but instead the results of long-term damage caused inside the body. Excessive amounts of sugar can also cause mood swings, heart palpitations, lightheadedness, and fatigue, all of which feel really similar to the onset of an anxiety or panic attack. People who consume diets high in sugar are far more likely to suffer from mental health issues than those who don't. 3. Refined white bread. The white bread that's been made with refined white flour has little nutritional value. It's low in fiber, protein, and it's digested really quickly. This leads to blood sugar spikes that can leave you feeling irritable and on the edge. Now, white bread is going to fill you up physically, but the sugar rush and crash that it causes is going to result in you feeling hungry shortly after. Ups and downs anywhere in your body will have a similar effect on your mind, which is why refined white bread is best avoided by those with worry troubles. White bread is also fattening and doesn't offer you much in terms of health benefits, whereas whole wheat breads and sourdoughs are filled with fiber and have a long list of positives. 4. Processed foods and ready meals. Moving on to our next point, you might start to see a little pattern forming. Foods that have been messed around with, processed, and refined tend to be the ones that have the most negative effects on our health, and the same goes for our mental health as well. Prepackaged and processed foods are packed full of preservatives, salt, and fat that are added to increase shelf life and improve their taste. Ready meals might be convenient, but they're amongst some of the worst foods that you can put into your body. The insane amount of calories and saturated fat that is found in processed foods will lead to serious weight gain if eaten regularly, and the lack of vitamins and minerals is going to leave you feeling sluggish and thick-headed. People who eat processed foods frequently have been found to be at a higher risk of developing long-term anxiety. 5. Alcohol. A glass of wine or a beer here and there is not something that's going to kick up a mental fuss. It's only when alcohol is drank in excess that it becomes a serious problem. If you binge drink regularly or are dependent on alcohol, then the chances are that you also suffer from some form of mental illness. Alcohol is a mind-altering toxin that affects the whole body, including the nervous system. This can lead to a decline in mental and physical function and can also slash the amount of serotonin produced by the brain. Serotonin is your feel-good hormone that literally makes you feel happy. I'm sure you can guess how not having enough can affect your mood. Low mood can naturally develop into fully fledged depression if left unchecked, which can trigger a vicious cycle of drinking and negativity. Drinking to hide from your thoughts or emotions is a serious problem that can have a huge impact on your anxiety, health, and quality of life. 6. Salt. If you decide to put down the tequilas, then you might as well shun the salt while you're at it. There are plenty of foods that are packed with salt. Cured meats, fast foods, and ready meals are just a few of the many. Having too much salt in your diet can not only leave you feeling dehydrated, but it can also have a major effect on the inner workings of your neurosystem. Excess salt can lead to fatigue, a weakened immune system, high blood pressure, and weight gain. So think twice before going mad with a shaker over your next portion of fries. Salt is important for the body in small amounts and is a key part of a healthy and balanced diet. But like anything, having too much can be a big no-no. Diets high in salt can send you on a downward spiral of anxiety, panic attacks, and depression. 7. Trans fats. No, trans fats are not oils that are questioning their gender. They are actually a group of unsaturated fats that are commonly found in meat and dairy products. Trans fats have a really bad reputation, although the ones that occur naturally don't pose much of an issue when consumed in moderation. The same cannot be said for artificial trans fats. These fats are made in factories and are so bad that they've been labeled as hazardous to health. How appetizing! Industrial trans fats are made by chemically altering vegetable oils so that they stay solid at room temperature, giving foods a much longer shelf life. Clogging up arteries, high blood pressure, and a shaky heart doesn't seem like a good trade-off for a few extra days on a use-by label. The negative effects of trans fats on the body can also increase feelings of anxiousness. So now you have one more reason to avoid this devil ingredient. Number 8. Matcha tea. There's a lot of debate surrounding matcha tea and its effects on anxiety. Some say that matcha can be used as a therapeutic remedy for feelings of panic. Others say that the caffeine levels in the hot drink can be as anxiety-triggering as coffee. So, in what direction do the facts point? Everybody reacts to stimulants differently. So, while one person might feel relaxed sipping on a bright green tea, others might start to feel their heart racing and fingertips tingling. There is around 85 milligrams of caffeine in a small cup of matcha tea, which is around 2/3 of that found in coffee. So, definitely enough to give a little buzz. If you are particularly sensitive to caffeine, then matcha tea is probably not a great idea if you're trying to avoid anxiety. If you must drink something green, herbal mint tea is a good place to start. 9. Energy drinks. Energy drinks are big business these days, with cool branding, cheap price tags, and unique flavors. These companies are targeting the younger generation, which also happens to be the group of people most vulnerable to developing mental illness. This has kicked up a lot of questions surrounding how these energy drinks affect issues such as anxiety, and the findings are not good. Although energy drinks contain less caffeine than your average cup of coffee, they're heavily sweetened with artificial chemicals and are filled to the top with other questionable ingredients. Drinking energy drinks can lead to insomnia, migraines, increased anxiety, and even heart attacks. Well, I think I'll be sticking to orange juice. 10. Fried foods. Deep frying foods is an excellent way to take everyday items and make them really fattening and unhealthy. Coating chicken pieces or prawns in breadcrumbs and dipping them into bubbling hot oil creates delicious bite-sized finger food. But that golden brown crispy outer layer is soaked full of fat, and what you basically have is a neat little calorie bomb destined for your insides. Fried foods can be really tasty, there's no getting around that. But a combination of poor food choices and a thorough dunking into an unhealthy cooking method is only going to produce a sorry outcome. The deep-fried foods are a one-way ticket to heart disease when eaten in excess, so moderation is definitely the key word here. Overdoing it on the Southern fried chicken is a sure way to decrease your health and increase your anxiety. Round up. That's it for today's top 10 list. Now, we hope you guys learned something new and have gained some valuable knowledge that will help you reduce your anxiety levels. If you have any tips or foods that you use to reduce your own anxiety levels, we would love to hear about them in the comments below. Thank you guys for watching today's video. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and click on that little bell icon to keep up to date with the latest from Eatable. See you next time!